Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is a look at Warhammer Stormbringer issue 55. We get Domicile shell, or ruins to you and me. Although these do have kind of cranes, so are they being built or are they ruins? We don't know. Anyway, ta-da! Right, there's the plastic, and they're chunky walls, they are. I like them. Right, let's put those aside. Let's have a look at the magazine. The 10 Paradises. Okay. The great lands of Hysh are symmetrical and ordered, each one mirroring another, and the whole is laid out in a systematic pattern. Each land has its own characteristics, but even these are evenly distributed across the face of the realm, giving the appearance of meticulous design. Teclis and Tyrion to walk in paradise. Right, so is that going to be is there going to be an introduction? More of these to come. The realm of Hysh is divided into 10 different continents known as the 10 Paradises. In the centre of the realm is the circular land of Zintil. Radiating out from its hub are 8 evenly spaced islands which form a gigantic circle. The inhabitants of half of these base their culture on the teachings of Teclis and are known as the Teclian nations. The other half base their culture on the teachings of Tyrion. All of these islands are ringed by the land of Haxia, which encircles the outer edge of the realm. The magic of Hysh is stronger towards the outer edge, and Haxia embodies the perfection and order that is a signature of Hyshian magic. Its forms are arranged with mathematical precision, appearing even more ordered than the rest of the realm. I'm sorry, but just when it said the other half base their culture on the teachings of Tyrion, I just imagine like a whole population going around going, I drink and know things. If you get the reference, you get the reference. Beyond this place lie the terrible chaos-haunted wastes. Venture only a short way, and through the choking air, you will see the twisted horror of a landscape blighted by the dark powers. Okay, the terrible wastes. There you go. In our red section, Perils 4. So, Fragile Refuge and the Eternal Hunt. So, Chaos Demons there. Okay, right, here we go. B, City 2, Domicile shell. So, Domicile shells are some of the most numerous buildings erected by Dawnbringer Crusades. Such domiciles are needed at all stages of a settlement's construction and by all people, which is fair enough. So we're only getting like half. Within these walls, a sanctuary is created, warding off the night. So how do these work? Come on. Domicile shells are some of the first structures that are built in newly established city of Sigmar. They are well designed and a sturdy construction, but they are comparatively simple and quick to erect, enabling settlers to quickly establish homes. Each individual shell provides a shelter from the worst raging storm. Early in the life of the city, before the walls are erected, domicile shells are arranged in a ring around the city's nexus siphon. Okay. This provides the first defensive architecture to keep the Crusades safe from the dangerous wild beasts, hordes of chaos and other perils that threaten them. We'll look at the plastic in a mo. I must be tempted to have a look. Hearth and Home. D6 rolling chart, discover more about your domicile shell, and then Sigmar's boon. Roll on this table below to Discover how Sigmar blesses the use of the Domicile shell. Right, Caradron collection. Caradron names. Caradron Overlord names are practical and often reference family ties. You can use the tables below and on the next page to name your Caradron Overlords, heroes and units. Fair enough. So plenty of charts there. Don't necessarily agree with the way that they're doing this. Personally, I would roll it so you do go along and pick your column, and then the row. So just because, you know, as a map reader, that makes more sense to me. Along the stairs, sorry, along the corridor and up the stairs, as it were. That's the way I do it. Right, how to build your Domicile shell. It's fairly basic. Plenty of little jibs, some scaffolding. You've got 3 basic walls by the look of it. I assume if you bought a couple of these, it'd be really easy to put the main wall together to form a house shell, and then all you would need to do is try and work out how to put in a apex. How to paint. I do like the motif on the door, and this is where you're going to be up to. Right, tree revenants. So, pluses, manoeuvrability, versatility. Negatives, apparently they're fragile. Spite revenants, they have many attacks, low priority. So spite revenants are not as threatening as some of the troops available to Sylvaneth, so the enemy may disregard them, allowing them to manoeuvre without opposition. But again, they're fragile, so both your Sylvaneth units there are classed as fragile. Battle plans, Forged in War, Arcane Calamity. So there's a cache here, inventory. 1 helmet, wisdom enhancing. 1 unpleasant pewter vase, glowing, fair enough. 2 small candlesticks, bone, human. Humming golden amulet containing trapped soul. 1 salt cellar, suspiciously heavy. Takes 4 to lift. 1 cursed chair, caution, very dangerous, and 1 enhanced sword. Armour offers no resistance. Take care when moving. Alliance of Order. The Forces of Order has stashed a trove of important artifacts safely in the outskirts of their camp. A calamitous explosion has torn through the caches, destroying many magical items and scattering others. The Forces of Order race to recover what is left of the caches. If they win, they will be able to retrieve the hard-won treasures. If they lose, the items, many of which are highly dangerous, may fall into the hands of the Destruction Force. So, in this battle, you are going to be picking 3 heroes and 4 troops. Alliance of Destruction. After hearing a colossal explosion, the Forces of Destruction race to the scene to discover what has happened. Seeing the Forces of Order converging on the remains of 3 caches, they reason that whatever it must be worth having... they reason that whatever is there must be worth having and determine to seize them for the boss. If they win, they will discover the remaining magical artifacts and will secure territory right next to the Order camp to stage further attacks. If they lose, they will miss out on the treasure and be pushed back. And again, you're going to be picking 3 heroes and 4 troops. You're going to be using 2 of your desert battle mats, and there's 3 objective markers down the centre, and you're going to be deploying on each short table edge. And then Ian and Eve do their playthrough. Looking forward to the Thundrix Profiteers, and then we get a Squig Herd in issue 57. Come down, because let's have a look at this plastic. So we have a sculpt date of 2021. Sculpt date of 2021. So, I mean, these look really good. They're really nicely detailed. I love the wood grain effect on the doors. And again, I love this motif. Obviously different on the inside. So this is the outside, this is the inside. It can only be opened from the inside. Doors open inwards according to the way that the hinges are placed. But yeah, you've even got some scaffolding boards along one of the walls, which is nice. I mean, as the scenery piece goes, obviously you're just going to plonk it down and see what happens. But yeah, it looks okay. I like the fact that it's under construction, shall we say, and not necessarily destroyed. I don't know. Does anybody know if there are complete domiciles available in Age of Sigmar? Because that would be really good if we could have like complete domiciles, like 1 or 2 story domiciles for building out your cities of Sigmar. That would be really cool. And if not, GW, can we get onto that, please? The shutters for this window are just laid down there. Clearly the glaziers have decided to do a half day. Yeah, nice little crane here with your bucket. And obviously other building blocks are currently being lifted into position. Yeah, fairly basic. So 1 main wall with the front door and then 2 side walls of varying stages of construction. Plenty of braces to obviously brace up the walls whilst it's being constructed. I'm looking forward to building this actually, and painting. I may kind of build them in the sandstone that I'm choosing to do for the Nexus Siphon and the Fountain of Azurath. I can't remember, the fountain scenery piece that we had previously. Come back and we'll build it. Hey lovelies. Right, so loads of clean up. It is a little bit awkward because you need to just be a little bit careful that you're not scraping away too much on your wooden pieces. Otherwise you're going to remove a lot of the grain. Right, so let's put together. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is put this bucket together, because yeah, it might as well just get done, because it'll be a pain in the ass to try and do it once it's on this crane piece is attached to the wall. So do that. So now the wall is made up 3 parts. Well, the domicile is made up 3 parts that goes together like so, and you're going to have to squish and move and everything else in order to get a decent bonding. Like thus. So that's kind of like your first corner piece. Now, if you do have any gaps, these will be quite easily filled. If you've got some thinnish super glue, you can just run the super glue down the gaps and it'll actually fill it quite easily. And then your second one, and it's easier to actually glue this together like so prior to gluing all the little ancillary bits on, because this is actually really stable, and it's going to be easier to do that than glue the little bits onto the wall sections and then try and glue all the wall sections together. So alternatively, if you haven't got any super glue, then a bit of sprue goo will do it. And then just try and square up. You can, so like thus. Right, now I'm going to do this front bit. So we've got this scaffolding ledge that goes on over the front door. And the easiest way to do these is pop a bit of glue in there. These will then stick on like so, and just come in and do that, and then the same with the other one, just a bit of glue in there. Pop it on the little oblong pin. And away you go. So there's that bit. We then have our bucket of mortar or whatever. So just pop some glue into the holes, and then push that in, and then I can just add in a little bit of extra glue. So there's that, and then literally you've just got these little support brackets. So the easiest way to do these is just pop some glue onto the support leg and then just push it into position. There's a few dotted around the place. there's a short one which goes on this end there. And really, it's that simple to build, and that's it. There's your in construction domicile. So yeah, that's going to be relatively easy to paint. I'm going to probably run some super glue just down these pillars just to fill any gaps, and give it a gentle sand, and yeah, then it'll be ready to paint. Alright, see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.